You're on the wrong foot as a rookie with the wrong weapon.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Mythril Markhams, Arms and Antics. Today we have a little bit of a side quest. Me and Alex went out to just outside of Cleveland, Ohio to an amazing Ren Fair, the Great Lakes Medieval Faire. And we're going to be going over just a little bit of what we experienced there. Alex, say hi to everybody.
Hey, I'm doing all right. So I'm looking forward to reviewing the footage we got. Took us a little bit to get started and get out there. I need to find the right costume because it was pirate-themed weekend. And Kyle wanted to stop and get some coffee and snacks along the way. So we got there a little bit later than we thought, but I think we still had a great time.
Yeah, I had to push us a little bit behind, but I'm really ready to kind of get into the footage that we got and also talk about our experience. Super excited, kind of give you, what we, our roses and thorns when it comes to our experience. You ready to get into this, Alex?
Yeah, and I look forward to going down and adventuring with you.
So, for me, Alex, the way they had the entrance is actually one of the better ones that I've seen for me. And your costume was awesome.
Yeah, there's some of my pirate outfit.
I really enjoyed your get-up there, sir. So the thing I was surprised about, because we went on, it was a Sunday, right, Alex? We went over on Sunday. It's not like when we went to Universal this past weekend. Not that type of full, but more than just like 20 or 30 people there. It was pretty packed for the day.
As well as parking wasn't too far from the entrance as well. That was a good option. Like sometimes you got to walk a while to get back there. You're still parking on grass. There wasn't really a full parking lot, but we were able to get in and park successfully, and then it was pretty nice parking areas, pretty safe. And their security was pretty lax, but it was definitely more of an intimate type of event. But they really that was another really one I wanted to key in on, is like I really did enjoy their structures, their permanent structures. The layout was really cool. I enjoyed it, but I've never really seen. I guess it's not standard. It's very very loopy. From back to forth, or and I like a couple of their stages and stuff and their structures and that good coverage. So even if it was hot, we had good tree coverage,
right,
or ways that we were covered. But it was still, even though it was still really hot outside. The market in a bigger fair is pretty. It's a pretty big part of Ren Fairs right now. Is like basically going to a giant outdoor mall. It seems like nowadays with these. So as me and Kyle side quest more, and I side quest a bit more, we'll find some good ones. But I always love ones that have good running water. That was a great store to give you a good taste of what's inside, and pretty decently priced too, I would say. We're definitely checking it out because it's a market, right? We wanted to find some stuff for us to bring cosmetically to go along with our armor episode, right? Like we wanted to figure out what armor would be cool to wear for the up and coming LARP that we were
100%
at Fay Haven.
When I walked in the store, I had no idea what I was going to expect, but it was a nice little introduction to what they were going to have at this Ren Fair, and full suits of armor and stuff like that. Let's get into the rest of this Ren Fair. They had a lot of great shopping, a lot of trinkets and armor and clothes that you can purchase. I even picked up some things from the shopping. What was your opinion on the shopping experience there at this Ren Fair?
I've been to some really nice Ren Fairs, and I really enjoyed the layout of this. It definitely felt like you were going out in the middle of the woods and then finding a market, and that was very interesting. All the local vendors, I can't compliment enough the people working at these locations and being able to handcraft these folks in front of us. Just basically me wanting to get a specialty holder for my mug or or for any use. Like they crafted it right in front of me. My very long, large belt. Like the lady, I just asked her, "Hey, what's the longest, biggest belt?" And she crafted it right in front of me. I really enjoy the Ren Fair communities, and these kind of places, and the creators of this stuff. They really are passionate and know what they're doing.
Can't really say surprised, but I'm glad the confirmation of the quality that I was expecting here was validated. We picked up, for me, I need to get some pants for our Fay Haven adventure. So, yeah, and they weren't just a trousers shop. They had everything you would need for clothing there. Anything from capes to tunics to trousers.
Yeah, we'll see how long they survive. They seem like a very sturdy quality, so I can't wait for us to get out there and get some movement on those. And
yeah, we'll do some long-term testing with it too, because I do got to wear it and practice and get comfortable in it, because that's the big thing. You want to be comfortable in the gear that you take and gear that you wear. Unlike most Ren fairs, when I would, the two I've been to, one, I ate a lot of food. Okay, I ate a lot of different things, and Alex was a little right in the aspect of don't eat too much before we go, but we did do the traditional Ren Fair food, and that is a smoked turkey leg. But this one was a little different, Alex. This one had barbecue sauce on it. I was super interested in what it was going to taste like.
As you see, we had some great turkey legs. Also, while we were watching the joust, we had pickle as well. Gotta make sure pickle's a huge part of Ren fairs, and
which is new for me. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize it was a thing. It would kind of weirded me out. I thought the first time I went to a Ren fair, it was just some weird pickle dude than what I was expecting. But it makes sense. Pickles are cucumbers are hydrating. You get your electrolytes from the salts. So it makes sense why you would have, big pickles in the in these type of hot scenarios, because it's really going to help you sustain throughout the whole day. I like their market they had set up, Alex. Pretty nice.
Food court. Literally.
Yeah.
Probably where that comes from. Food court. Fun comes from literally a courtyard of food. So yeah, they had a really nice like my previous experience. You go there and when they open, and you can get yourself a nice Scotch egg. Those are pretty good there. The gyro was really good as well. These are kind of classic fair foods, including the famous turkey leg always. And the thing about this that's pretty great is that, I went on a Saturday and a Sunday, and the fact that we could go up and get food, not to stand in crazy food lines, was a testament to this fair. These guys are making it. This was a great presentation to smoke them right out in front of you. I love that pit right there. That's an amazing. This is a really nice.
Looking at the other food that they had, I don't know. They're not called corks. The fry version is called a corkscrew fry, but they have these potato chips that are like a ribbon, right? Like a ribbon fry, with a bunch of stuff you could put on it. They had meat pies, spinach pies, and then the normal stuff that you would want, like for little kids that would come. So like pizza and hot dogs and stuff that would really help like the little kids find something they would like. They don't have to be like, oh, I don't like this. And it gets every aspect. When you have children, and especially when they're young, they're extremely picky. So there's a lot of selection, which I really enjoyed. But me and you shared that turkey leg, and I like the barbecue sauce on it, but I'm gonna have to give a little bit of a critique. It did not feel turkey leggy taste to me. I tasted the barbecue sauce, and that's right.
A thorn.
Yeah,
for Kyle.
A thorn for me. That was.
Yeah, thorn for Kyle. Didn't have enough saltiness.
It wasn't. It didn't feel like
saltiness to the turkey leg. But I wish you would have gotten a shot of those.
Yeah, those corkscrew fries, or they're not fries, but they're like ribbon. They're like ribbon chips. Those are. They looked really good, but I have a really I wouldn't say weak stomach, but I get really bad acid reflux. So I was really trying to find stuff that wasn't going to kick that up because I was really enjoying the day. I didn't want it to kill the day for me, but they, like I said, they had a great selection, and it's one of the only, I have 2 Thorns from this whole experience, and that is, one of them is the turkey leg. So, but all in all, I would give this definitely a recommendation from me. If you get a chance to go to this Ren Fair, it's definitely, if you're looking for a smaller Ren Fair, I really enjoyed it, especially not having as much exposure to it. They had enough for me to enjoy my time there. After we got the turkey leg and checked out the whole food court, we had to head over just in time for the joust.
They had a pretty amazing storyline, I would say, they did with it. They really were trying to get the crowd involved, and a lot more than just, I mean, like, some Ren Fairs have some pretty great crowd work, but these guys, if it felt a little bit more intimate, a little bit more of a storyline where they were asking for bloodshed, and then a lot of people cheering on the knight, the Black Knight.
Gwyneth, lady, start with a G. The other Ren Fair I went to, the joust had a huge area. It didn't seem like they had as much space as the one I went to in Deerfield Beach, the Florida Renaissance Fair, but it seemed like they had enough space to put on a really good show, and I really did enjoy it. I'd definitely give this, okay, I have another rose. I'm going to give them a rose for this, Alex. They did pretty good when it comes to the space they had and the storyline they put together. So she's actually the bad guy. We were rooting for the bad guy in this story that they were putting on. I missed it. I feel bad about it, but she ends up throwing the host a bag of gold to fight the guy in the blue and the white. So yeah, I missed that shot. Because I didn't realize it. I was starting to get too, okay. It was hot. My brain was starting to go fry. Was not locked in. That is my fault. I'm sorry.
Oh man, because that dude had like an amazing sword swipe
I missed
that actually
sparked. So that is my fault. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I will put myself into the pit of despair. So there's a great part of the show. Actually, probably my favorite part, because I hadn't seen this in the other jousting competition that I saw in the last Ren Fair I went to. But there was a bribe by Sir Gwyneth to the MC, the Master of Ceremonies, and it was some great sword action, sparks, all the good stuff. Pretty intense. Really raised the bar on life or death.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty cool. They had some good shots where I think they were having the crowd yell out for violence, and they did some some fake gags and stuff like that or fake combat effects and stuff, which was cool. So I enjoyed what they did.
Right, and it's been around for a while, but it is definitely one of those smaller Ren Fairs. And you can see the quality of the Ren Fair in every aspect of it.
They did have some other amazing shows, such as they had a good comedic show. Yeah, so Johnny Phoenix at the Excalibur stage. One of them was actually an interactive show called the School of the Sword School, where you can actually go and interact and get taught some basic combat.
Like an acrobatic show?
But essentially, it's an aerial acrobatics. So it had some great shows like the jousts, the comedians, and the aerial acrobatics. The week before, they had an actual you can come in full plate armor and fight each other. So you can actually do more of the medieval combat kind of thing, which was really interesting. Of course, you had to buy and purchase your own gear and then actually get into the fights. So that's one way you can interact and be in. I don't.
Yeah, we have to go to the one in, was that New York? Was that one in New York? That is all like.
Yeah. I think we should go back to Connecticut too and go to our Connecticut or Massachusetts for the Robin Hood Fair. really good parts about actually going to this fair was to try this LARP tent out, or this combat tent, which was really cool, where you could fight each other or you could fight the champions and then win a little badge for fighting a champion and winning. But it's very difficult. So very cool business model. I really enjoy doing it. So explanation of combat. So essentially, it this we'll go over a lot more in our video, but essentially you're trying to hit vital organs. It's one hit combat. It's first to 2 hits essentially. So anywhere on your arms, anywhere on your torso, anywhere on your legs. Think of it as a one-piece bathing suit. That's how it's been explained. Or that's what our combat is here. And these are fake foam weapons that look really nice. We're also not cleaving. We're not hitting crazily hard or flailing to where accidents can happen. We're trying to be poignant in how we're doing our combat.
You're going a little long there, sir. But the thing is, these guys are doing this all day long, and we're gonna see a little bit of a
whole video about sword combat and stuff. And essentially, I've been practicing my sword combat in one of the safest LARP environments because the uglier the weapon, the safer it is. These swords are really cool, but it's called boffers, which is basically a foam.
You got a little bit of an injury, so you're not at 100% here. So don't crucify him in the comments too much for his sword combat. He is at, I would say at this point you're at like maybe 50% because you only had a week up to this point to heal. So yeah, so I was really impressed with your sword combat.
My ankle and my calf were still very much bruised and couldn't support a lot of weight, but I was still committed to the bit and going out there and showing some of my combat experience and training as far as I can. We're still rookies, we're still learning. We have a little bit of actual practical combat experience, but no one's sword fighting in modern military ways anymore, really. They're all decorative swords.
100%, or knife fight,
Yeah, well, they didn't train us out of the military. We got batons.
So we're gonna get into your combat and kind of give a little bit of play-by-play as we're watching this. These aren't super long. Let's get started on this one.
Stance there. I should have kept it. Good blocks. He definitely went through my guard and got my chest or my torso area and for the reset. So that was one win, one loss. And then, yeah, he's very nimble. I was not as nimble as I normally am from the injuries that Kyle referenced earlier. Yeah, so good combat, good experience facing masters. Yeah.
Right. Now we're gonna be going over to mine. My first time LARPing, y'all, and I definitely did not pick the right weapon. I'm not even holding it correctly, but we got some cool angles on this one with the Insta360, and I definitely go for. And I actually was more surprised on how good I did. I haven't moved around like this in a hot minute, but I come swipe there with a backhanded swing, but then he gets me. So that's 1-2-0 in favor of him. So we come for our second one. I'm saying like, hey, let me switch hands back and forth. I'm coming in, waiting for the swipe down, but I'm actually hitting the leg, so I'm having to move very unimbly, and I'm not doing my LARP things. I'm definitely allowing myself to walk like I should. And he got me in the arm, so that's definitely another win for him. Play a third one, coming in. Definitely a great angle here. I keep blocking, have some good blocks, which I was surprised with. And he was forcing me to be aggressive. And he's definitely a lot more patient. So I know next time I need to be patient, force the other person to be aggressive. And then he got me on the arm, and I thought he might have got me one time before, so we ended the third one. I got 3-0'd, everybody. 3-0'd. It was not a good time, but a great time because I learned a lot. So I did some reflection, Alex, on what I picked, and I actually don't think the weapon was the wrong pick. I think if I grabbed a shield and had the axe,
You were on the wrong foot as a rookie with the wrong weapon, and it shows.
You're probably right. You know, we'll have to agree to disagree. This is me admitting that I was wrong, but I'm just saying agree to disagree, okay? We're gonna agree to disagree. Yeah, so but I mean, having that experience of LARPing for the first time really gave me some confidence, especially he taught me a little bit in there with the way my eyes are tracking. He's like, don't look immediately where you are going to hit because he's going to track your opponent's going to track your eyes. So it's kind of like playing quarterback. So you want to look where you're not going to go and then go use your peripheral vision, as they say. But I had a ton of fun. I should have grabbed what I'm bringing to Bayhaven.
Training arc.
Yeah, we'll do a training arc, but I really feel from... I know, it's coming up way too quick. Way too quick. I think that's definitely on the docket for sure. Definitely have to add more of these side quests to Mythril Markham's Arms and Antics. But Alex, I really want your closing thoughts on this Ren Fair in general. Give any roses or any thorns to the Ren Fair in general.
But essentially, it was a lot of really good lemonade stands. So they had a lot of variants on like lemonades and teas. So that was a little bit of a rose for me. So like you can have if you don't really drink, then you have a lot of good drink options and food options as well. Like they had a noodle shop, or they had a ramen noodle shop that was really good. I wish we could have shown that, but I was way too hot for soup, even though soup is great. I love soup. And they did really well on their shows, I would say. They really emphasized their shows and the shopping. Like I said, it's definitely medieval market feel. That's my biggest rose of the day is I truly enjoyed meeting and talking with and the very educated individuals that ran their shop and were able to craft and make and explain their products really well and or craft them for you. So that's like my biggest one is they really achieved the market side of this with a smaller fair, where the market in a bigger fair is pretty it's a pretty big part of Ren Fairs right now. Selling is like basically going to a giant outdoor mall, it seems like nowadays with these. So as me and Kyle side quest more and I side quest a bit more, we'll find some good ones. But I always love ones that have good running water and plumbing. You can't always do that. So the more you get towards a theme park, the better it is in my experience. So the more you get to a amusement park with good running water for your staff and bathrooms for your guests and hand washing stations, the better. What was your take, Kyle?
So my first Ren Fair with you, all in all, really enjoyed it. That's why we're going to be doing a lot more of these side quests, going to these different Ren Fairs. So I really enjoyed having that time with you and doing a bunch of recording because, I mean, I'm a camera nerd through and through. So I love using my equipment. So I'll list off my thorns first. We said that the turkey leg was, I wouldn't say it's a full thorn. It's definitely a half a thorn because the barbecue sauce was a great addition to that smoked turkey leg. But my thorns, similar to you when it comes to like the running water and the hygiene, I think it might have been because it was Sunday. It was a little bit of I wouldn't say too overwhelming, but it definitely you could smell the porta potties. But that's also because it was Sunday, so that I'm not going to hold it too much against them. but that's also a rose, because a lot of these type of events I've been to concerts, I've been to, you know, the other Renaissance fair, and I don't feel like they have enough porta potties for the amount of people they're expecting to have. When I went to Rockville every year, they have a ton of porta potties, but it seems like still they fill up really, really quick. So it doesn't feel like they have enough. Here, it felt like there was a ton of porta potties. Luckily, I didn't have to use them. I didn't have to go number 1 or number 2, but definitely the amount is a big, big thorn, or sorry, big rose, and just a little bit of a thorn. I also want to give them a rose for the quality of how they use their space for their jousting events. Really enjoyed that. And then also a rose for their end of day thing. What is that thing called again? The end of day events?
Pub sing.
Yeah, so I really wanted to give them a rose for that. And also, yes, so it's in my opinion, I'm glad they didn't have the liquor license, or you didn't have those options, because it gives you 2 positives there. And this is a rose because it makes it very family friendly. You have very, very little chance of there being something that could be, you know, somebody getting too many drinks in them, and putting that maybe like scarring a little kid, maybe maybe they get knocked over or whatever. So it's a very safe environment not having that. But also it made them have a larger selection of non-alcoholic drinks, because that's all they had. So having not an alcohol license, in my opinion, is actually a positive, because, I mean, you know, Alex, you're very responsible with the way that you drink, and most people are, but younger 21-year-olds, or people that just don't know how to handle their alcohol but want to drink all the time because they have a problem, that can cause a lot more issues. And maybe it could have been a security thing too, the reason why they didn't have alcohol as well. So, but all in all, I would give this definitely a recommendation from me. If you get a chance to go to this Ren Fair, it's definitely, if you're looking for a smaller Ren Fair, I really enjoyed it, especially not having as much exposure to it. They had enough for me to enjoy my time there. Thank you guys for watching this week's episode of Mythril Markhams Arms and Antics, with our side quest to the Great Lakes Medieval Fair and Market. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.
Everybody stay safe out there and keep on adventuring.